just say that. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
We need to go and find them.
I just did now, and it says that August is named, the month of August is named after the Emperor Augustus, reinforcing the connection to greatness and dignity. So when they say August visitor, is because a person of great importance or significance, often an unexpected person with unusual influence or prestige. While August refers to the month, but I'm still trying to figure out why August.
You said it's Augustus. So,
Yeah,
maybe Augustus, we will figure it out. We'll figure
I
it
will
out
figure it out.
and
Yes.
inform and educate well. But I think we do use it for people who are important. So I really do feel important this morning. Thank you for me
Yes,
for
yes,
making me feel this important.
yes. We are going to go straight into the headlines this morning. Our analyst will be joining us soon. I think he might be having technical issues because I saw him just a few seconds ago.
Same
So
here.
let's go straight into it. So things have been happening in Nigeria. Oh, I don't know if you've been aware.
If I do not know.
I don't know if you've been aware. You've not been around. We've been collecting basketballs from Nigerians, especially Adeyemi. So it's good that Adeyemi is here. Adeyemi is one that keeps on getting basketballs from our newspaper family all the time.
Things are difficult and hard everywhere,
Mm,
everywhere,
mm,
everywhere,
mm.
But um, for me, Nigeria must not break.
Hey,
Nigeria cannot
cannot.
because we have no other place to go to. So we
True.
we have to hold it together. If
Mm,
you love something and and it looks like the other, that other person does not even care. For me,
mhm.
you have to do everything to hold it together.
Very true.
Do not have any other place to go to. That's my own, right?
Yeah.
We don't have any. See, even those who have an option to live somewhere else outside of Nigeria, when Wahala starts, there's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to
The
go.
ports will be blocked.
Mm,
You won't be able to fly or swim or
mm,
drive.
mhm.
So people are not understanding. Nigeria must we must do everything.
Survival.
For me, we have to do everything to make sure. I'm not saying we cannot fight. I'm not saying we cannot disagree. I'm not saying we cannot say whatever. Because look, at the end of the day, we have nowhere to call home. You won't be able to do what we're doing. We won't have the job. We won't have anything to do.
Very true.
Anyway,
Okay,
let me
let's
not
get
start.
the headlines this morning. Good morning, Adeyemi.
Good morning for me. Good morning, Madam
So,
Tone, and good morning to
how are you?
all our listeners around the world. I'm good,
Good
thank you.
morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Let's take the headlines before we now get into the bit of the
That's
matter.
good.
Into the basketballs, yes. In the Punch newspaper, we have mass abductions return. 145 missing in 4 days. That's really sad. We saw the case of, the Kebbi girls, schoolgirls who were abducted yesterday. And I saw an article where the president has said, look, find them, oh, find them. Okay. In the Punch
I
newspaper,
mean,
we
it's
also
good that the president is saying find them because there's been comments that the president has not really made public comments about the Chibok girls, about Leah Sharibu. So it's really good that he is saying find them, and it's not just them. It's sad, what has happened, but we have to find all the other girls that are still in captivity. Thank you.
yes,
And
yes.
incidentally, I was even talking to Leah Sharibu's family yesterday, yesterday
Mm,
evening. I was talking to the family, but we need to find all of them. Thank you.
mm. So we also have federal government receives Benin bronze repatriated from the US. Okay, that's good. Tension as Lagos street urchins stab Air Force officer. Hmm.
Thank you for me. In The Guardian, it says Africa accounts for just 2.3% as renewable investment hits $2.4 trillion. Reps propose 15% women quota in police recruitment. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, in the this day newspaper, we have Tinubu public perception of judiciary not favorable. Judges must shun corruption. We are going to be talking about that this morning. In show of confidence, investors oversubscribe Lagos 200 billion naira bond. And lastly, in this day newspaper, we have federal government, armed forces, intelligence agencies have clear mandate to rescue abducted Kebbi students.
And in the Daily Trust today, Governor Idris says abducted girls will return home safely. And I say amen to that.
Hmm.
Um, Zulum asks Air Chief to coordinate major operations in Lake Chad with regards to Boko Haram war. And
Mhm.
court jail Unical professor without option of fine, sexual harassment.
Yes, we are going to be talking about that in her lens. So you don't want to go anywhere after we've done newspaper review. Okay, in the Vanguard newspaper, we have how bandits kidnapped 25 Kebbi schoolgirls. We also have tension as factions battle for PDP secretariat. We are still on this PDP matter.
In the Premium Times, PDP's new leadership, Wike's faction may clash as two groups schedule meetings at same time. And then Fayose, I can't read this one,
Basically, Fayose
I,
and
I,
Obasanjo have been
I
exchanging
just
words.
struggle. I struggle. Yeah, thank you. Fayose and Obasanjo still in renewed hostility. Um, ISWAP confirms kidnapping, killing Nigerian Army general.
All right. In the Nation newspaper, we have Tinubu orders manhunt for abductors, rescue of 25 pupils. We also have faction head for showdown at PDP secretariat. Inflation, finally, in the Nation newspaper, drops to 16.05%.
In the cable, PDP ADC fought federal government over Kebbi school attack, and they say insecurity now Nigeria's daily reality.
Hmm.
McAfee resigns as PDP Board of Trustee Secretary. He says chairman and secretary cannot come from same zone. And Cyril Ndifo, Unicals, was jailed 5 years for sexual harassment.
In the Daily Post, we have PDP not dead despite crisis, says Anyanwu. Then we also have your comments were irresponsible, Fire Shay Lambast Obasanjo. I'd actually like to know what Adeyemi thinks on this, but let's keep on going.
In the Tribune, it says Nigeria's inflation drops to 16%. And Tinubu to judges, corruption in judiciary destroys the nation. And Oyedele, FIRS star man, says Nigerians to stop paying 5 common bank charges from January 2026.
Okay, those are the headlines this morning, making the rounds, in newspapers. You want to do well to get your copy, but let's just jump right straight into it. Ademi, I know that we sent you some headlines, but I want us to quickly touch on the Fayose Obasanjo debacle or their exchange of words. We've seen different ones where Obasanjo says, "You are not the best of my what did he say? My political sons." There's been back and forth. There was a back and forth about the thank you message as well. Sent to Obasanjo to say, "Oh, thank you for coming for my birthday." They've been just giving themselves that goes. For me personally, I'm like, you people are whose fathers are grandfathers. What is going on? Like, even if you're having beef, why are you bringing it into the open ground? Like, you're basically airing your dirty laundry. So I'd really like to know your thoughts on this quickly, Adeyemi.
Well, thank you very much, Fumi. As a matter of fact, and as one that is courteous, one that is tame and cultured, uh, what Baba Obasanjo actually said, the father says birthday party, a fifth birthday party is not really bad. It's just a way of trying to, talk to the person of fire, say that, you have been one of my sons, but you have not been doing good. You have not been doing well. It is a normal thing. It's just a way of minimum catching fun, actually, to me. About Fayose took it way far too much.
Mm.
For years using those words. There is nothing stopping Fayose from saying, Baba, the way you talk to me in that place, you are the only one that can do it. That will have stopped the whole thing. We are Yorubas, and we have been taught that we don't disrespect our elders, so that we also will not be disrespected in the course of time. So that Imbigo, I would say, Fayose did not handle it well. That's the honest truth. It doesn't matter what Baba could have said in the course of that party. Baba hasn't said anything too much for him to say. And Fayose should not forget that. You see, yes, you may have issues, but for him to even honor you, you know, it's a privilege. It's a privilege. And it should, Baba took it. I see the way he even egged them together, both the husband and the wife. Man, it's a way of trying to move Fayose back to himself. So I don't see anything that is wrong with that. Fayose just try to make people understand that he's a man of no nonsense. But sometimes you have to take rubbish. You have to be a dumping ground where people dump all sort of shit. Then, at the end of the day, you become the person who you don't even expect that people will tend to see you to be as a responsible and courteous person. So that's what Fayose did not. Fayose didn't handle that matter very well. That's the honest truth.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ademi. Tone, you keep shaking your head. What is it?
I have no comment, honestly. Ademi, I also, if we are in the era of Gen Z, then I can understand that. I just can't. I have no comments. I have no comments. I know Baba Yabo OBJ is old, but even whether he's old or he's young, he's a very outspoken person. We know him. Everybody knows him. You can't say A, he will give it A, B, C to Z. We know him. But I no comments. Let's just move on.
I don't think I've ever seen you lost for words before. So
I come from a place where even when somebody is sometimes you just have to maybe you keep quiet and you don't have to
yeah, we have a call. Hello, good morning. They've started. Ademi, are you ready this morning?
Very well.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. We cannot hear the person speaking. Please do well to call us back. We're about to get, except you're calling to weigh in on the Fayose OBJ conversation, but we cannot hear you. Okay, let's take the first headline, which is from the Guardian newspaper. The president has tasked judges on restoring public trust in the judiciary. Over time, we've been seeing
that headline is one of my concerns. That is why I'm even calling. Okay. Good morning, Fumi. Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Madam Adetun. Good morning, my dear Ademi. Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning, Prince. Good to have you.
I will call back where I'm going to call back if he did not address this issue is the issue of the kidnapping. I remember Adeyemi, you were one of those people I want to believe allegedly, who thought Jonathan was handicapped. Jonathan was insufficient for Nigeria. Jonathan was one of the best Mugu ever elected as a president when there was a plot, and that plot happened under his leadership, and that plot was used to carry some of our girls. Till today, we have not seen some of them, and one of the most outstanding among them is Leah. Now we are looking at another kidnapping section. In 4 days, one of the headlines this morning said in 4 days, 147 people missing in Nigeria. I want to know what Tinubu government is doing 25 students. More than that, the paper has no adequate reportage in Nigeria. They don't have any satellite to give us the adequate number. We have nothing. We don't know the number of children that have been kidnapped already. And they are all girls. I have female children too. Nigeria. Are we saying that US is interested in our resources? Resources that have not benefited myself. I come from Kogi State, where the first car was produced. I went to Ajokuta Iron Mill Center. That car is still hung to today. If you enter that hall, when you go to the production center, you see the car manufactured in that Ajokuta Mill Center. It is still hung on that place there. Now, I come from a place where coal, we have the highest, one of the highest deposit of coal in Nigeria, Akpa, and Olamabro, and even Ajokuta there. The largest cement in the whole Africa is in Obajana. Dangote is the one milking it to all over the world, taking it across both solid and raw and made. I want us to look at Nigeria. I want us to look at what is happening. We propaganda really help us as a country that want to become a nation. Nigeria is a woman, or it starts to be like a woman that is married to a man that never wants him, but never want her. Nigeria stands as a woman that looked at all the ups and downs in the life of a man and said, this man, you were qualified to be my husband, but yet, because of this, I'm going to manage you. At the place of managing, we continue creating fragile openings for different wounds that ought to have given us what they call marital divorce. But we refuse to tell ourselves the truth, and we keep patching it. People like us who are good students of history, we have come to the place to see. This morning I heard that Nigerian inflation has dropped to 13%, and food, whatever is coming down. I still live in Lagos, Nigeria. And one of the highest place food are produced in Nigeria is Kogi State, Nigeria. I still have my contact. My own rice will be arriving as about in 2 weeks' time. My own personal rice. Then I will tell them to wait it down to Lagos. I am still into the market. So I don't talk out of abstract. I want us to look at this country. What is the day girls were kidnapped? Some people gathered in my own state, in Kogi State, and they were welcoming the campees, including one of the people I respected so much. I never know that guy can fall to the ground, that he has no character. Any man that he comes from any party to any other party, you have no character, no trust, nothing. You don't have anything. That is the principle for life. If you cannot fight and maintain your home, if you cannot, it's like you cannot give your wife food. You cannot provide for your children. You cannot provide for your wife when she needed it. And you cannot convince her, please give me time. Let me make it. And you just run another man and say, my wife is doing this or my husband is doing this. Please, Nigerians, we have nothing to do this morning. I want us to, now, for me, Madam Adetu, I want us to look at this. Who do we call upon to help us now? Is it the military that they killed their general 2 days ago? A man that, I don't know. Who do we call upon? The military is wounded. The police have no strategy. They have nothing, no weapon. Who do we now call upon? Citizens, we don't even have one voice. We don't even know ourselves. Who do we help or call upon to help us? Sheikh Gumi is somewhere. He released another video yesterday. Please, is that man untouchable to Nigeria government? Adeyemi, please. I hand over the mic to you. God bless you.
So much, Prince, for your contribution. Adeyemi, I mean, might as well just respond to him now.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Fumi, and thank you, my brother, Prince. Thank you for taking on the abducted girls.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I am never one of those who actually criticize Jonathan based on the Chibok girls. No. We all knew the game that was being played, and that which started then is what we are still seeing today. Because certain elements who feel that they have the power to disrupt any successful government that is not theirs are the people who are actually behind it and those who have been profiting. And at the same time, because of their meant to believe in their religious sect, that, you know, you can take any woman and make her your wife. That is one of the real problems that we are faced with. the kind of ideology that we take in this part of the world and the way we relate with ourselves is what is the problem. Now, talking about these girls that have been abducted and all other people that have been abducted, apart from the Chibok girls, Leah, Shuaibu, and co. You see, the problem, we said it and I will continue to reiterate it, that the leaders, the elders, the elites in the northern part of this nation are the problem. That truth we must be able to take in as a nation and as a people until we are able to face them, until we are able to tell them the truth, until we are able to stand against them, until we are able to stand to them. This thing will continue. They are the problem. They are the one backing these elements, these criminal elements. They are the one financing them. They are the one teaching them. They are the one doing everything, and they are the one that are profiting from the crime that these guys are committing in the society. Look, when we say we are talking about America, that America should not come to Nigeria, that we talk about the general that was killed, I'm going to tell you categorically, it is not that Nigeria armed forces are not capable. But when, because of the kind of belief, make to believe, and the kind of sympathetic nature of our people to a particular, to religion and to ethnicity is our problem. Because if only those who are in the armed forces, if they really see the need that this crime is a crime that is being committed against the state and is an insult, is a slap to them as security agents, then they will not be able to give information. They won't dole out information that they will be able to, that will make them to be able to ambush generals and cause short operations. There is nothing Tinubu can do as it is. It's not, it can't be everywhere. But the only thing he can do is that, okay, this thing has happened. And don't forget, in the course of, in recent time, he changed the service chiefs. Why? It's because of the insecurity of a team. And let me be honest with you. When they want to really mess up your government, when they are not happy with your government, when they want to make sure that your government is being tended bad, this is what you see happening. Now, if Tinubu, you see, Adibin is a military regime. Orders are given, but this is a democratic dispensation. When he moves, we are the people that we say he didn't seek the permission of the House of Assembly, National House of Assembly, when it makes that certain moves. And at the same time, when it makes certain move, we will say it's marginalizing that certain part of the country. You see, a lot of politics are being played. But the truth of the matter is, Tinubu government has to really stand up as it is today. And we Nigerians as well. You see, if we do not stand up, the Yorubas has a saying that says, Moko Moko Loyo, the one that comes to the other people is coming to reach the Iwo people. It's just by the door. The general that was killed never knew he was going to be killed. And those girls that were abducted never knew they were going to be abducted. They only heard about the Chibok girls and the other girls. But now it's their turn. So it could be anybody's turn. Okay. So, but for that not to happen, Nigerian government, you see, the problem is that the mole, who are the mole? Who are the sponsors? Until we are able to prosecute these sponsors, until we are able, to do the needful. Look, the National House of Assembly has to do something. This terrorism on the highest order. Until we are able, you see, we cannot be handing things like this with kid glove. We can't be granting them amnesty. We can't be introducing them into the society. Anybody that commits such crimes, they should pay with their life for it. Let there be capital punishment. When we say we don't want capital punishment, we don't want this. This is always be the result, because even at the end of the day, they will be granted amnesty if they are in prison. But if you have given them capital punishment and you don't delay it within space of time, you said, okay, the moment they are being convicted, sentenced, within 3 months after appeal and everything, kill them. You will see that this thing will douse. People will sit, they will sit tight. The sponsors, who are the sponsors? All of them will come and tell us, we know them, and we know their name. Mention their names. Let us as people, as society, let us know who they are. Then when we know who they are, we will know what to do with them. And they also will run away. And those who they are financing, we must not continue to grant them amnesty. The life of one person, a Nigerian, is important. It's as good as the life of 100 persons. This is not, we are not animals. You can't just be abducting our girls. And at the end of the day, you make them your wife. No. Without their consent, it is a crime. Crime against humanity and crime against those girls. We should not be tolerated. We have been tolerating this too much. You see, there is nothing we can say than for these girls to return. Not only these girls, these other girls. What are the military doing? Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's ask ourselves this question this morning. What are the military doing? Are they telling us that they don't have the military intelligence that actually says this is where the Chibok girls are? That actually says this is where Lieshiabu is. Are we saying there's no military intelligence? There are. Then what are we doing? Because, no, you see, a lot of things goes on. And until we are able to understand that there is nobody that is above the law in this nation.
Right.
Irrespective of who you are, irrespective of the office you are occupied, irrespective of your status in the society, whether you are an emir, you are an oba, you are an eze, you are a sultan, the moment you are found wanting, be dealt with according to the law. When we are able to, you know that sometimes there was a girl that was kidnapped, abducted from the east, that was taken to one of the palaces in the north and married to a Fulani guy. Come on. Is that not an operation? Is that not a crime that is being committed against that girl? And yet, they will tell her, you can't go anywhere. Who says that? Does the law of the land, does it say that? No. So what are we doing? We cannot continue. The government needs to hear it. And the truth is, look, people will say Tinubu is putting certain people in his government. If I'm to be Tinubu today, my service chiefs, they will come from the South. You know why?
Why?
Because when I'm able to give them orders, they will not look at those who are the so-called elites in the north. They will tackle them. But because these people that are there are answerable to them, because of the way they practice it over there, they listen to them, they look at them, and they won't be able to take action. That's what happened to Musa. That's what happened to that man. Because he cannot stand against his people. And these are the people that is causing the problem to this nation. We must call the spade, not a garden tool. The truth is that the northern elites are our problem. Let's say it. They are our problem. Enough is enough. Like our priest rightly said, we have only been trying to manage the nation Nigeria as a body. But look, if the marriage will not move forward, then let us go in our different ways. That's the honest truth. As it is, we can't continue to deceive ourselves. Because why? If some feel that, okay, now so you saw what happened to that young man, Yerima, and the minister of Federal Capital Territory. What an insubordination. What an insult. What an affront for a lieutenant for crying out loud to confront a minister. And what some of these people are saying, that's the right thing they have done. That same thing they are going to do to everybody. That is what happened. No, it's not the truth. Is that not why you see soldier will harass you? A soldier will tell you that I can do anything and get away with it. It is not.
All right.
They are meant to protect you and I. They don't have that right to oppress you. They don't have that right to harass you. If Wike were to be a military officer, will he be able to stand in front of Wike? Will he not first of all give Wike compliments? He will salute Wike first and not be able to talk.
All right, Adeyemi. Thank you so much, Adeyemi. I mean, you were quite passionate. Oh, we have a call because let's take this call before you. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. We cannot hear you. Please try to call back again. 07000917917 or 09155917917. Better still, you can call our toll-free line or 800-123-5917, or you can text or WhatsApp us on 0703-1756-537 or 08155-917-917. Tom, go ahead.
I know it's 3 minutes after 8 on Women Radio. Thank you very much for me. And Adeyemi is right. I support everything he has said. But there's something I just want to say. There's something called
Hello, good morning,
assuring.
Oh,
good morning.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Women Radio. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Hello, good morning,
Yes,
Evangelist.
this is Gibson calling from Oba. Okay, yes, Madam Tom, God bless. Madam Tom, when I started the program, I really love it, Madam Tom. I love it, and God will bless you. I still know that we still have people who love this nation, who will always come out to say the truth. And Adeyemi, also, thank you very much. Sometimes we are always in a minority. Yes, that's what I'm saying. We should keep on saying what I will keep on saying what I know is right. Because sometimes when you wake up and hear news, my heart goes to those kidnapped children. Imagine if my daughter were to be there. Will I be able to call now? I will not hear that. And how the parents of those children are only better. These are less Nigerians. If we play politics, I think they are saying the truth. It's not that that's a problem. Will Atiku now come out and condemn this and come out and say, okay, let's go about another thing? What he say now is Sinumbu. They are playing with everything. You don't care about human. I don't know. Maybe because some of them gave back, you see, just a boy of 18 years, 15 years, you have 10 children, 5 children, 8 children. Yeah, they just abandon and come to Lagos and be hustling. No training, no nothing. The people like who will give back to 1 or 2 and say, let us give back the one we can train. And that's the problem over there. You see a small boy, 18 years, he has 10 children. 20 years, they have 5 children. And they're not doing anything about it. And that's why when this sort of thing happens, they don't really care. Things to give back is just like to them. So human life is nothing to them. They are really a problem. It can't happen in South, and it can't happen in the Southeast and the Southwest. But what happens to those innocent children? What they are going through now, I don't really know. And I believe that they will really come out. You play with everything. This other thing, if they can start, let Tinubu say, any state that's kidnapped, let them declare state of emergency. Let's see whether they will not sit up. Don't sit up. It can't happen in military era. The commander of that state will be in for it. Not that our military don't. They may know where they are. To rescue it's not easy. Military that is not good in this training. Will you go there and fight? They will use them as shield. So it's very good to rescue. So let us applaud our military. Stand the police. It's not easy, my brother. It's not easy. We should not let us even commend them. Look at the general that have been killed. Their life is at stake. And when we come out and say something, they are not encouraged and they will not be able to do more. So let us encourage our police. But while they are sleeping, they are outside there. No matter many of them, some of them are corrupt, yes, but not all of them. And our military men, they are there. Some of them now have children. They've abandoned them and they are there in the bush. So let us commend them. I believe we get their funding. And if we all can do what is right, but this matter that they are really a problem. And I don't know how we are going to do. And I thank God now how this thing happens. We all come out. We will not say how many Muslims, how many Christians, how many Igbo, and that's what happens. If it can happen in Israel, not that this kidnapping will stop totally, but to minimize it. But if it can happen in Israel, look at what happened in Israel. They unite together. They did not say how many Igbo, how many Yoruba, how many Hausa, how many Muslims, how many Christians. They go to Israel, that's Muslims, they're Christians, they are from different tribes, but they unite together, and that's why they're able to win the war. But I like how this thing happen now. We do not say how many Muslims, or it's Christian, is this. Now we now say it's terrorist. So when I mean they go with one mind. But once they are divided, they will not be able to fight this. I believe those girls will come back, but my heart go for them. Nigeria, let us always do the right thing, because you can just get away here. You will not get away from God, though. One day you go back to the Bible and Quran. Say, most of them they are saying is Quran, is Islamic. It's a lie. I had that Quran, I studied. It's a fallacy, and I can challenge any one of them. You marry somebody by force, you can keep prison and 20 virgins waiting for you in heaven. Whichever or hellfire. I have the Quran, and I challenge one of them in my place, and they cannot. They are speechless. God is watching us, and God is judging us. Let us always do that. We'll get there one day. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Evangelist Dixon. Thank you for your comments. Tom, over to you before we take the messages this morning.
Okay, so I was trying to say that for me, when you have pain or you're mourning or you're sad, having somebody listen, support, validate your emotions, validate your pain matters. And I think what Tinubu has done, that I'm not sure if others did, was to reassure, was to say, put out a comment, put out a statement to say that he condemns it, and that he's directed security agencies to rescue the abducted students and bring perpetrators to justice. Let's hope that these agencies have the necessary resources and support to effectively prevent and respond to kidnappings. So for me, one thing he has done is to acknowledge and show his support. I recall that when this happened in the Chibok era, there was a kind of denial from the government at that time. Again, if you look at Buhari, I want to say that there's been 4 administrations and 3 presidents, and the Chibok girls are still in captivity. Leah Sharibu is still there. But if there's one thing, I know that we also, the girls were rescued in the days of Buhari. But what Tinubu has done is the fact that he's acknowledged the issue. He's saying that I'm going to find solution to it. And I think we need to commend him for that. I understand that the government is also, because Mr. Adeyemi spoke about the military, I understand that the government is also recalibrating military, policing, and intelligence capabilities to prevent and swiftly respond to attacks. Again, let's hope that they are equipped and they know what they are doing. So for me, it's sad that we find ourselves in this situation, but at least he's making a comment, and I'm hoping that he will not just make the comment. He would ensure that he charges the security agents, and that they have the means, the tools to really fight. Adeyemi said something, and I'm wondering, you rarely hear about kidnapping down south. So there is a problem up north. And he said we need to speak. We all need to be talking. We all need to be holding people accountable. We all need to be condemning. And if anybody knows anything, mention names now. Thank you.
All right, let's take these messages. Quite a few messages have been coming in. This one is from Olushoga Ajayi. He says, enough of this embarrassing recurring kidnap. We need actions that would save lives. Both serving and retired security agents should be assembled to prefer solutions to this insecurity. Let state police be created quickly, the same way the national anthem was changed. Next up, we have Mayor from Ikotumbe. He says, if I say good morning to you people in the studio to Nigeria, I'm only deceiving myself, because all the headlines are not encouraging about the country called Nigeria. How can I tell you good morning when our mothers and children are being killed and abducted? Our military men are being slaughtered like chickens while your so-called government is busy receiving defectors. Is quite unfortunate. How do you expect growth when you have such characters in power? Please, is this what you people call democracy? I pity you people. Price of food is coming down. Just propaganda, lies, deceit until APC returns us where they met us in 2015. Before I believe. Thank you, Mayor, for your message. Hey, Fodosage says, Women reading the amount our government gets. If care is not taken, the terrorists will come for them as well. He also says the man is asking, who do we call upon? That's to you, Adebe. The US forces are stepping into Nigeria's soil soon to do the needful. And I'm in support of that because I do not have a leader. Mr. Trump, I'm waiting for you to come and deal with Nigerians. He also says, do not be surprised that some of these terrorists and bandits are in Lagos without us knowing it. Then finally, he says, then Val Okachi says, the fall of the army general is a clear case of sabotage. It is obvious that there are moles in their midst. If the military fails to purge itself of unwanted elements, they may continue to suffer huge losses. It is unfortunate that innocent children will be kidnapped from their schools just like chickens. This nation has failed our children and citizens at large. May God turn again our captivity. Adeyemi, you must understand that respect is reciprocal. A minister must conduct himself with the highest sense of responsibility in the course of discharging his duties. Honor is given to those who are deserving of it. Good morning to you all. The last part of Val Okachi's message is about, the Yerima and Wike situation. Right about now, the time is 13 minutes after 8. We are running out of time and we haven't even taken any of the headlines. Yes.
Please, I need to say something. A lot of people are misguided, ignorant about Trump. And we have to. I know I've been asked not to make statements, but I have to say this. I was in Port Harcourt last Wednesday, and I engaged Uber and about this Trump thing, and he said, I beg go make you come carry all of us go America. People are misinformed and misguided. It's not a ticket to, in fact, America is looking at finding opportunities to get rid of the people in the country.
Yeah.
The other guy was doing my pedicure and manicure, and he said, I want to jackpot. At least it will be easy jackpot for us. People are misguided, right? And we need to look at countries that US has invaded.
Yes, keep saying that here.
They want to, we can see what has become of Afghanistan. We see what is happening in Iraq, Vietnam, Grenada, Panama, Syria, Somalia, Libya, Yemen, Syria. I can't continue. For me, I know this is a conversation you need to have for me. We need to have a conversation and bring people on board and let them understand the pros and the cons, and for everyday Nigerian to understand that when somebody comes to take over your home, right, you are not going to be eating your jollof rice.
No.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You understand? There's going to be wahala.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. I know that Adeyemi also wants to speak on that because this is something that we say. I think the only good thing that maybe this whole Trump situation has been is that we've been seeing more action from the government. Not saying that they've not been acting behind the scenes, but now we're seeing it in the forefront. But like Tom has said, let's not be misguided. We keep saying it. We've been saying it since this whole Trump conversation started. That look, you do not want to go there. Think about companies who have taken over companies. When they say, a company is buying a company, they will say, we'll give you people will be allowed to work within 2 weeks. Most times it's not even up to 2 weeks. You just begin to see that, sorry, but we're going to have to allow our own employees take over. We're going to have to send you away. And that's what Nigerians are not realizing. America coming to invade Nigeria is not a step in the right direction. We've seen it time and time and time again. We will become a shadow of ourselves. Do not think that they are not the savior. They are not coming to save Nigeria. You need to be able to understand that. Yes, Adeyemi, you want to say something, but you are muted. You're still muted, Adeyemi.
Thank you very much, Fumi. Like Tom rightly said, you see, we are not informed. The people are not informed. And our problem basically is that we don't tend to read. So what we do is we listen to rumors. What people say is what we tend to take, as information. And that has actually not done us any good. If they don't know, let me be able to educate them in this particular direction. By the time the military, American soldiers comes into your land, let me be honest with you. You are the one that would be sponsoring them. You are the one that will cater for their needs. That much you should understand. Your government will pay. You saw what is happening, what happened between NATO and the American government when they said they can no longer pay for NATO anymore. And go and find out every nation that they invaded, you will pay. You will pay. Even when they have their base in your country, you will still pay for them. You manage them. Ask Japan, ask other nations. They will tell you what happens. And the truth of the matter is, you people, we tend to forget that there is what is called colonization. How did it happen? The way they even came in, they said they wanted to come and trade with us. They wanted to introduce religion to us. That's how they came in. They came in softly. And before you know it, they took over the reins of our nation. And you know what we suffered. Thank God for those, for the African magic, Nigerian magic that really helped us to some extent. If not, today, you and I will still be there. As South Africa, what their eyes saw. They forever, their generation will tell that story of apartheid. But you see, it's quite unfortunate that even our elites, those who ought to educate them, but because of their bias towards the person in government, towards the president, they will be saying all sorts of nonsense. Instead of them to say the truth to the people, let them understand. You see, Nigeria is a sovereign nation. If there is anything that is wrong, if they saw it, I remember way back when this issue of this insecurity, when the American soldiers came to Nigeria, if truly they really had that mind, they wouldn't have left at that period. They would have fought the fight. They said the Nigerian government and the people there, and that's the truth. The people in the north, the northern leaders, they did not give them that free hand. They started giving out information about their strategies. So that was why American government left, and that soldiers left at that period. But now they are coming. People will say, "Well, what resources do we have? They are not benefiting." You don't know. You don't know you are benefiting. The fact that you can even go about your business, you can move freely on daily basis. You eat what you want. You know that you are benefiting. You are breathing fresh air. You are benefiting. The resources, you only harness it. It will not be given to you freely. We must understand that it does not come freely. You enjoy it through what you do. If you are in the mining sector, you enjoy it. If you are in the public sector, you enjoy it. That's what everybody, that is what goes around. The money you have in circulation, how do we get it? It's through these things we are talking about. It will not come to your hand. They will not tell you, oh, this money is from the gold that we mined in Plateau. No, they won't tell you that. But what comes around, what you enjoy as your salary from the civil service, what you enjoy in the space that the government subsidizes, what you enjoy from these things. So we must understand, people that are saying that they're not enjoying anything, look, we should not be stupid. We should stop being using words that does not speak to our person as intelligent nation, as intelligent people. We should stop. We should stop it. People outside the country, outside this nation, they see Nigerians as the most intelligent people in the world. But when we are doing things here, we tend to portray ourselves as if we don't have this thing upstairs. But we have it. We should stop it, please. We are intelligent people, and the way we conduct ourselves matters a lot. America will not save Nigeria. The only thing that, like we have said, like I said earlier, and the apostle also reiterated it, is that, look, let there be a law that any state where you have this insurgency, let state of emergency be declared. Let the what's so-called leaders, the feudal leaders, the emirs, whoever is there, whether the Obale or the Oba or the Eze or anything, let them be dethroned. You see, by the time you do that, they will sit up. Any domain where that thing is being carried out, handle them well. You will see that everybody will sit up. Nobody will allow them to stay put in their domain. The citizen will fight. The indigent will fight. That's the honest truth. God will help us.
So I keep laughing because there is a message for you. And it keeps making me laugh. The person says, I'm trying to look for. Okay, says that nevertheless, majority of us prefer Trump coming from the clear voice of that female analyst. She's not an analyst today. She's my co-host. She
For
says,
me,
"I."
for
He
me,
says,
I think
"He says, I know things are not difficult for you."
for me,
Yes, please.
I know we're laughing, and honestly, I
Yeah.
have been warned not to make a comment about this, but I think we also have to take a corporate decision not to
Mm,
even say some things on air. Do you understand? We have
mm,
to take a corporate decision not to even encourage this. Yes, there's
mm.
insecurity in Nigeria. Yes, there's poverty in Nigeria. Yes, it looks like Nigeria is upside down. It's not Tinubu's making alone. There's been past governments. Remember, there's been past governments who, and the decay is not just by one person.
Oh
And
yes.
also, we have also contributed to it. We've contributed to it. You see corruption in the house, you see corruption in little offices, you see corruption in schools. So, the everyday Nigerian has also contributed to it. It is not a Tinubu's making alone. We have past presidents that have
Yeah.
contributed to this. My
Yes.
own is that we are all to be blamed. We will all have to open our mouths and condemn, but we need to keep on informing and educating. People cannot understand.
Yeah.
Those who experience war will tell you that you don't want this happening again. We shouldn't encourage it for me.
Yes,
Honestly, we
please.
should not even anybody that is even proposing it, we shouldn't encourage it, please.
Mm,
That's my personal opinion.
yes.
They don't understand. Mhm,
Finally, today we have
mhm.
Happy Day Fumi Tone Adeyemi. Until we stand against the manipulations, wickedness, erroneous, self-religious beliefs of the North, like Adeyemi said, we will forever be terrorized. Must we live together in a bed of different bedfellows and marriage of horror? They deliberately pardon criminals and put them in security office to cause mayhem, tormenting trouble here and there to destabilize the country to maintain their loot and backwardness. Nigerians are never informed, soliciting for US intervention. I pray it does not happen. That is from Evangelist Shegun Oyedeji. Hi, Evangelist Shegun. It's been a while. Thank you for sending your message this morning. With that being said, we have come to the end of today's very dynamic, unusual newspaper review because we didn't even get to touch any of the headlines this morning, but we touched on salient issues that are still affecting, beg your pardon, Nigeria and Nigerians as a whole. Everything that's been said has been right. Everything that's been said, we need to fight collectively and stand against terrorism and insecurity. Our children matter. We've been counting down about the Chibok girls and Leah Sharibu for a very long time over here at Women Radio. So are we now going to add the Kebbi girls to it? That's not something that nobody ever wants to do. I have children. Everybody on the panel who has said they have children. Callers have called and said they have female girls. Like, we need to start thinking from that aspect. What if it was my child? What if it was me? Our lives are at stake here, and we're again pleading with the God. The president is already. We see him taking steps, but we're pleading with him to even take more steps, to ending this state of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. Adeyemi, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Today, the bass goes was not plenty. So today was a good day for you.
Because
All
of
right.
that, because of tone, that's why.
It was
Tone,
just so okay. So maybe you should be coming more
you,
often.
you help me to absorb.
See, you would always get basketballs when you are saying the truth.
That's
You
Very
would
honest.
true.
always get basketballs when you say the truth. And I
That's
think our job here is to try and educate people. There's a lot of ignorance. There's a lot
Yeah.
of people who are ignorant. Our job is to educate, inform. And if we can entertain them the way we're entertaining them, fantastic. We really hope that all the girls will be, not just girls. I mean, boys have been abducted in
As well.
Nigeria as
Yeah.
well. And we're not really talking about it. I know we're women radio and is about children for us. I mean, I was listening to you this morning where you mentioned that today marks 11 years for me and 212 days since our Chibok girls were captured, and 7 years and 226 days since the abduction of Leah Sharibu. Like you said, are we adding this to it? It's getting out of hand. It's not a making of one day, but we just have to pull heads together, keep talking, keep condemning, keep supporting, and keep doing what we need to do to make sure that we hold Nigeria together. Me, I am unapologetically a proud Nigerian, irrespective of what is happening. Unapologetically a proud Nigerian, and I'll continue to fly the flag wherever I go. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So it was good to see you today. Hopefully, I get to see you tomorrow. We'll see.
I'll be here tomorrow.
Awesome. Yay! Tom's gonna be here tomorrow. So let's keep it a date. At 9 o'clock we have the news, and at 9:05 we have her lens. Do not go anywhere. We also have great, amazing music to keep you company. So do not go anywhere, because this is Women Radio, and we have got you all day, every day. Catch you later tomorrow for the next one.
Thank you very much. Bye bye. Fumi, thank you. Take care.
Bless you.